Hey Taurus, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your 3-month ahead preview spread here. In your meditation, I saw the image of a fox, which equates to magician energy. It's a very lighthearted and fun energy. I also saw the words flexibility and adaptability. The more that you are able to adapt and be flexible around whatever circumstances, conversations, opportunities, or change that occurs within the next 3 months, not only will you have a better time, but I feel like there's an opportunity on the other side of that at the end of the 3 months to feel quite accomplished. And also, again, I just feel like it's a good time. There's this energy of fun and being able to go, hey, I can adapt, I can be flexible, right? That feels like the key for you during this next 3 months, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at the overall energy, and then we'll get advice for you as well. Oh, this makes so much sense. So your overall energy for the next 3 months is the hyena, which is about, being in on your own joke, which makes so much sense with the fox energy. Remember I said that was a lighthearted, playful energy, and the more you're able to adapt and be flexible, the better time and more accomplished you will, feel at the end of it. This is brilliant. This also equates to a Knight of Wands energy, which means a time of a lot of action, a lot of movement, go, 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 which is reminding me of your April reading I just did for you guys, where we saw things picking up for you, and then we have the Knight of Wands coming in here with the hyena, and also being in on your own joke, right? Being able to play or see both sides of something, right? But it feels incredibly, incredibly positive. Let's go ahead and get a tarot along with that, with this hyena energy here. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. And the black and white of it all. So look, we have Justice here, beautiful Libra energy. This is about balance, right? Do you see the black and white here? And we're talking about adaptability and flexibility, right? Justice, everything being exactly as it should be. And what do I mean by it should be? Everything's fair, and things, rarely are fair all around, but this does feel that way. But it feels like this is a result of you, going with the flow. And again, like I said, being adaptable and flexible within any given situation that may arise. But this feels so, so, so positive. I'm hearing things are finally lining up for me. Things are finally lining up for me. I feel like I'm finally getting a grasp or an even, foothold around something. It feels really, really positive. Feels really, Justice with the, oh my God, I'm so obsessed with your advice. With the red crown crane is also about good luck, good fortune, and loyalty as well. So I'm feeling distinct energy around a strong family unit, a strong friend group, aka chosen family, the people around you being a beautiful source of support with and for you, but also you towards them. Obsessed, your advice is the dragonfly, which equates to an Ace of Swords energy, which is really interesting with the hyena because this is about, well, it's about a couple different things. First of all, dragonfly equates to dream time as well. So being open and receptive to whatever messages, inspiration come through your dreaming state, right? Because that's when our subconscious comes through, right? And we deal with things, or we're made aware of things, either about ourselves or other people, that can be incredibly helpful. That doesn't necessarily have the ability to come through in our waking hours, right? This also is about writing, but it's also very much about communicating with this Ace of Swords as well. I'm really getting this tie back in with the flexibility and adaptability as well. It feels like a bit of a, which is making sense with the Justice, a bit of a political energy. And I do not mean that in a negative way. I don't even necessarily mean it literally, as if you're going to be around a lot of politicians, but I feel like you are playing the political angle in a really clever way. Right? You're keeping the peace through your adaptability and flexibility, which is not to say there's going to be a lot of drama necessarily, but it's really you sort of getting wise around, you know what, I'm finding that suddenly I'm really keyed in, or maybe not even suddenly, but I'm finally keyed into how to talk with this person to keep things sort of even keel and productive and constructive for everyone involved, right? I'm getting the memo around, you know, when my partner comes home from a long day, they, you know, what's really best in the situation is not to try to fix it or give advice, it's just to listen. I'm keyed in that what I need at the end of the long day is this, and I'm going to be adaptable and flexible around that, because even though my schedule may not previously allow for me to have this certain time to, you know, take a long walk or go out on the boat or whatever this, read a book or even like unwind with watching something, I'm going to be adaptable and flexible around what my needs are. And I'm finding that the balance, right, is achieved through my adaptability and flexibility, right? And also fun as well. Wow, when your advice is the dragonfly, you're really being encouraged to be very clear in your communication, but also very thoughtful around it as well, which I feel like is always a good idea. Death with Scorpio energy here with the dragonfly. You know, this is really reminding me of, you know, what we're talking about with how you communicate things and being in a position to go, I'm seeing that there's a better way to achieve the same end, right? I'm also hearing the path of least resistance but it feels like something that you have the opportunity to master. The path of least resistance, it's going to be like, wow, I've really figured this out, and not only do I have more time, but I have more energy. Because I figured out this is the way to communicate best with my mom. This is the best way to communicate with myself. This is the path of least resistance and most fun to deal with my boss or whatever have my child or whatever have you. Really feels like you are in for a sort of upgrade that is a result of your own wit and observation, right? Because foxes are also very witty and observant as well, right? This is really beautiful. I feel like you are in for an opportunity where things look very different after the course of this 3 months. It's like, you know that, I'm hearing that, you know, saying work smart, not hard. It's something related to that, right? It's like, wow, I've really figured this out. I'm hearing like a funny infomercial type deal where it's like, you know, do you want to make more for less? Like, you know, like that type of deal. But it's really something that you're keyed into over the next 3 months. And your opportunity on the other side of that, you know, is less effort, more gain. Feels really nice. Let's get an oracle for you guys. I have these new oracle decks that are flowers with poetry, and I'm absolutely here for them. I really like them. They feel very springy. Oh my, okay, I just got shivers. Okay. Nasturtium, right? Look at this beautiful flower. Victory and conquest. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. Oh, is that not so beautiful to end what has come through here? Remember, this is about being adaptable and flexible and learning how to work with other people, right? All from the seat of your own power and magic as the magician energy that you are, right? Fox feels like an incredibly important totem for you over the next 3 months. I would even say pull from that. If ever you find yourself in need of inspiration or direction or you know, point of focus, Fox energy is very much with you over the course of the next 3 months. You can even adopt that as your totem energy for the next 3 months and say, hey, I'm inviting Fox energy to come and help me out for, you know, the next few months. It's really, really beautiful, right? He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still, right? And it is really realizing, you know, those points of effort and focus within for yourself that are going to enlighten you as to how best to deal, communicate, and work with others, right? With less effort, more gain. This is really beautiful, Taurus. I'm obsessed with this for you. How beautiful. And you do have some major arcanas here as well. So it does feel like the events of these next 3 months have the potential to result in long-term gains and upgrades, which is really beautiful. We always love to see that. And so with that being said, Taurus, this is your 3-month preview. I'll still be coming to you every month in a more in-depth look, but of course. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm wishing you a most blessed 3 months, and most of all, and as always, thank you for being you, and be well. Until next time.